Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss Pre-Market Report for Thursday, October 12th, 2017. I'm Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. Still very similar to what we've seen here over the last couple of days, inside the range, 5-day narrow range in effect after yesterday's market. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days back. That 5-day range from the highest high to the lowest low over that 5-day range period was below 65% ADR of average 5-day range over the last 10 periods here. And you can see it kind of goes into rotation, right? It goes into periods of high volatility, periods of low volatility, and it just continues to rotate in and out of that. So right now we're in a period of low volatility. You can see it's quantified here. We can see more quiet behavior, but overall the trend is up. And if there's any flush, that could be the end for another round of strength and an increased period of volatility to come. So right now, very quiet trading behavior. Nothing really to do too much right now. But any push downward below previous sessions lows is always an opportunity to watch for rejection and a return back to value. All right, here's a look at crude oil. Crude oil right now came off of the 51.20s the previous session a couple of times. We talked about 51.20 being the important level this time around. After stops came out here, you have the retest there. Then you had the rejection there early in the day and later in the day, which led to some weakness here. So right now, 51.20 showing a little bit of resistance at the moment. This is a pretty difficult part of the chart for crude because we're in a chart that is still trending up, but is not quite ready to lift just yet. It's building more energy. It could see a little more chop and a little bit more back and forth. At some point, the expectation is we release that energy to the upside and push toward the upper end of this range, 53 to 54. So we could see more chop back and forth until that occurs. Right now, just got to continue to be patient here, and we'll see if there's an entry opportunity for a move to new highs. At the moment, prices are testing the previous session's low, and there could be a box reversal setting up below that low right now. So take a look at the intraday time frame. Looking at the NQ right now, and you can see it looks very similar to the ES, sitting at highs down here on the current 5-day, which is still developing. It's a narrow range. You see this is the key range right here from the impulse move, low to high, back to mid. That gives us our impulse key range. That level, 60.86, is our 50% expansion target. That's 50% of the range projected higher from the edge. And right now, that's the level we're sitting on. Again, I mentioned before, any pullback into 6K or maybe 60.20 could be a short-term buying opportunity for another round of strength. This thing continues to show strength and continues to trend higher. But every time it gets to a cycle high, it has seen a rotation back down before it goes for another round of strength. So again, nothing really to do right now. We just have to continue to wait and watch until the right opportunity occurs. Lastly, looking at gold. Right here in gold, you see that we've gotten a pullback. This was the day right here where it rejected lows. It pushed higher over the last few days. And I mentioned that 1300 may be the opportunity to watch for rejection and a move to the next key level below between 1250 and 1253. Today's high comes right in at 1299.80, so 2 ticks shy of 1300. Still too early to know if it's a full-on rejection, but so far it's holding a range up here from 1300 to 1296, and that's today's range. Very narrow range. And that could lead to a violation of that range one way or another that starts to move this thing. So right now, you can kind of see 1296 just pushing below that zone right now. But overall, this is an opportunity here where bears may come in to defend off of 1300. So that's something we're going to continue to watch here. If price pulls back to, say, 1280, 1285, again, that could be a spot where bulls want to come in for the next move up. So right now, expecting a couple of different moves here. We'll see how it plays out. 1300 is still the key pivot. We have a downward trend overall, but this could be a change of bias here after this rejection day. That's why the next pullback could be a higher low that leads to 1370 yet again. So we'll keep an eye on gold as it continues to play out. All right, that's it for now. Let's see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you soon.